It's working, is it? Turn the mic on. All right. Recently I went down to this shop down in Berlin. It's quite a big store. I guess you can compare it to something like, I don't know, sort of like an electronics store where you can just buy everything. So you can get like vinyl, CD, DVDs. You can also get like coffee machines and Mac or whatever you want, you know, like a huge store. I don't usually go there to buy my records. Every now and again they go there because they've got like a special record that you can't get anywhere else, or they've got tons and tons of movie soundtracks. But I did see online that they were doing this deal where it was free records for 2. So that basically means like you buy 3 records and you get 1 free, and the cheapest record that you buy from the 3 records is gonna be nothing. Basically, you're gonna get it for nothing, mate. I'm gonna show you the records. I'm gonna tell you how much they were. I'm gonna tell you, well, try and find out which one we got for the cheapest. But there are 3 records in here which cost quite a lot of money. And the only reason I got them there, because I could have got them online for cheaper. The only reason I got them at this place was because I was getting one of them for free, basically. And I thought if I spent more money, I'm gonna save more money. Does that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, first record I've got to show you is Rammstein Mutter. This record is probably my favorite Rammstein record, just because Rammstein are one of those bands where when Kerrang TV came about, that video for Sonna was always on, and the video was like pretty sick. Had like the theme from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and they were singing in German, and I didn't know what was going on. Sort of like this industrial, real heavy sound for like a band, you know what I mean? Like Rammstein were really different. This record is on a glossy cover, which I normally don't really like, but it's a pretty decent front cover. It's very strange. No idea what it is. I think it's like a baby that's in a womb. On the back, you got like baby's hands with weird wrinkles on them. As you open it up, you got like all the mateys from Rammstein there and some pickle juice or whatever they're doing there, all hugging each other, looking pretty strange as always. Rammstein are one of those bands, aren't they? Just well weird. It didn't come on color, so it's just like a 180 gram repress. They repressed all of their records recently, and this is probably my favorite one. It did cost quite a lot of money. This record was $29.99, which is pretty expensive for a gatefold, to be honest, and I wouldn't normally pay that price, but like I said, I was getting one for free, so why not? Favorite song from this album is probably, well, there's 3 to choose from. There's Sonne, which is obviously like the classic. There's Ich Will and Feuerfrei. Probably Sonne, just to keep it classic, innit? Pretty nice record, definitely still into Rammstein. Does anyone else listen to Rammstein still? Is that a thing just because I'm in Berlin? Like, I've just started listening to them again. Weird. Next record I got is Run the Jewels. It's Run the Jewels 2. I haven't got the first one, but I've got the third one, and I wanted to go back and get the other ones because I'm in love with LP. One of the guys, it's Killer Mike in LP that set up Run the Jewels or whatever. I used to listen to LP quite a lot, but only because he was in inline videos, so aggressive skating videos that I watched back in the day. I just fell in love with LP's flow and like the way he created the tracks and the noises he used and the way he just produced like his drum tracks and everything. LP is king. To get this Run the Jewels album was really nice, and I saw that it was like on offer and it was on color or whatever. So I'm not really that bothered about whether it comes on color, whether it's black or whatever. It's just, as long as I've got it and it's a physical format and I can enjoy it and the sound's good, that's what I'm worried about. It comes on like a blue white splatter vinyl. It's not like crazy splatter or whatever. It's got some just white marble bits going through it. The inner sticker has got like the different hands on there, which shows you which side it is. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. My favorite track on this is probably, what they got on here?
Dick, you ever wonder what's outside those walls? Say now, that's dangerous thinking, Paul. You best stick to your work. Okay.
I think my favorite track is on side B, is track 4, which is Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck. It's featuring Zach De La Rocha. Also $29.99. Massive sticker on the front here. There's special edition, high quality, 180 gram, teal color, 2 times gatefold cover, hand drawn poster with lyrics, free stickers for the kids. Where's my free stickers? Free stickers in it. Mate, didn't even see that it has stickers in it. One sec. Stuck in there. Get them out. One sec. Wait there a sec, mate. Mate. So you got the front cover here of Killer Mike and LP hanging out of the car. You got the hands, and you got this little Christmas tree hand here. You got one with the chain, and this one that says Kilmer's Forever in Fury. Some little matey there. Don't know what that's supposed to be. Yeah, decent. I didn't even realize it had stickers in there. That totally got by me. Yeah, $29.99, which is also quite expensive, but yeah, like I said, I'm getting one for free anyway. Next record I got was Limp Bizkit, Significant Other. Yeah. I got that record. Strangest band, you know what I mean? Like you got this weird frontman which thinks he's a hip hop matey, and then you've got some guitar matey which is like covered in face paints and just weirdest band. And I loved that Wes Borland played Ibanez. Just the look of the band was pretty decent. I was always into it, but I didn't really listen to like full albums. I remember listening to Chocolate Starfish quite a lot, but not like all the way through, just picking out tracks. I think I had it on CD or mini disc or whatever, but to have Significant Other on vinyl was pretty sick. So it's a gatefold front cover, classic as always, like that graffiti style matey on the front there. I don't know whether that's supposed to be Fred Durst, but yeah, it's pretty sick. I think Fred Durst actually drew this front cover, didn't he? I remember reading something about that. Look at that logo. Worst logo ever. As you open up the gatefold on the inside, you've got pictures of all of the members there on the left-hand side. Wes, John, DJ Lethal, Fred Durst, and Sam Rivers. And on the right-hand side, you've got some thank yous. Little matey in the middle, picture of Fred Durst just looking like a complete wally. On the back, you've got the track listing, so you've got classics like Nookie and Break Stuff, Rearranged, and 1999. Oh, and End Together Now, that's a booming song. Pretty sick album altogether. I mean, there's like only 4 or 5 tracks that I'm really, really into, but you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where you go back and you listen to it and you love it, you know what I mean? Because it was like something I listened to when I was, how old was I? Probably 13, 14. When did this come out? 1999 this came out. So I have no idea how I was. I'm 31 now, so work it out. A little sticker I saw around here somewhere. I think I threw it away, but it says, oh, here it is. Yeah, a little sticker here where it says, first time on vinyl in the US since 1999. So it's not an original record, not an original pressing. It's definitely a repress, but always good to have. Like I said, I'm not really too bothered about color these days. And it was $24.99. So it's the cheapest record from the 3 that we've got. So that would have been the one that I got for free. Limp Bizkit for free, pretty decent. Next record we got is Outkast, Speakerboxxx, In the Love Below. So it's like a double album. And Outkast are one of those bands which I've listened to. I say band because they use so many weird influences from all over the place. And I really like how they split their albums into the more of like the poppier, singier hits. And then they do this like real hard hitting hip hop stuff. So yeah, like Outkast is super inspirational and one of those hip hop things that I've always been into. It's a gatefold and it's $37.99. So it's a very expensive record, but I think through getting this, because it was so expensive, I would have got a lot more money off the other records, if that makes sense. And actually 37, if you work that out, that's not that bad for 4 records, if you think about it. Like 180 gram records, 4 of them. If one is like normally around 15 euros, that's not actually that bad if you think about it. Pretty decent front cover. Got the 2 mateys on the front there. It's a gatefold, glossy. Don't like that, but yeah, pretty sick anyway. So you got some pictures and all the lyrics on, actually no, there isn't any lyrics. Normally all of these albums come with like a little lyric card, you know, like the square lyric cards that you can pull out and read along, but there's not with this one. Yeah, you got some pictures on the inside, back is pretty sick as well. I'm gonna have to listen to that. I haven't listened to that album in ages. I remember recently I downloaded this boom bap chill playlist, like boom bap hip hop on Spotify, and I remember loads of Outkast was there from their earlier stuff and I was really, really into it, so I had to get that album. Pretty decent, really into it, can't wait to play that. Next record we got is Boxcar Racer, one of my favorite pop punk bands from back in the day. I was super into Blink-182 as everyone was back in the day, but I feel like Boxcar Racer was one of those darker sides of Blink-182 and Plus 44 and all those things that sort of spanned off of Blink-182. Boxcar Racer was definitely my favorite one. I think that's because like I was getting into, I wasn't really into metal at that point. I think I was listening to like Limp Bizkit and Slipknot or whatever, but I wasn't really into harder music. So I really appreciated that sort of darker side of Blink-182. I really liked Tom DeLonge's riffs, and I think he was using a bit more distortion and heavier hitting vocals. You know, like those songs that Blink-182 wrote where it was like Stay Together for the Kids and some of those darker songs. It was basically an album full of that, and I was super into it because I got into my emo stuff as well at that point. Front cover is pretty classic. You've got like a stencil of some matey running on there and a hand style of Boxcar Racer. On the back you've got some more hand styles, graffiti, and I think that's Travis Barker at the bottom there. A couple of pictures and an outline of the kid. Then all of the track listing. Comes on black, 180 grams. Center labels are also the same artwork. The inlay is really, really nice. It's sort of like a cutout again of the artwork, and on the back you've got all the lyrics but all in the same font, like really aggressively put into the square format. So really appreciate that. I really love a decent layout. Yeah, like I said, like Boxcar Racer was always one of those bands that I listened to, pretty decent. Can listen to it like every single day. One of those albums that I can always go back to and really appreciate, and gives you that like burning nostalgia that you had when you were a kid. Boxcar Racer 15th anniversary record cost $15.99. That's not too bad. I thought it was more expensive. Probably the one that I got for free then, wasn't it? Last record, and probably my favorite out of these 6 records, is Live Inferno by Emperor. I went on Instagram and took all these photos when I was in the store of like what records I should buy within this deal. And I remember I put 4 or 5 Emperor records in there. I don't know why, but Emperor have re-released all their stuff on color vinyl and all the live shows and everything. I really wanted to get in the Nightside Eclipse, but it was sold out. And I saw Live Inferno, and this is probably one of my favorite live albums. I remember there were 2 other ones. I can't remember what they were now. But I remember there were 2 live records that I was thinking about getting. They all had the same track listing and they were different colors, but this is like 180 gram and on color vinyl. Really, really beautiful and really simple. I remember seeing or listening to Emperor the first ever time, again, on a Kerrang video. And on that Kerrang video, there was Refused, New Noise, Emperor. I can't remember what track it was, but there was loads of fire and it was black. I'll insert it if I can remember it. Not the music, but I'll insert the video. Yeah, and I remember being blown away by these weird sort of like crazy dark but like twinkly guitars. Just the way he was blasting and just the way he was shrieking and like the slick back hair and just everything about Emperor like blew me away at that point. All the double pedal and the clicky sounds. Yeah, I was totally into it at the time and I'm still into it now, and this is one of my favorite live records of all time. Comes on a matte black record, really awesome front cover with the Emperor E on the front there. As you open it up, it's got an awesome picture of an Emperor live set with all the E's sort of placed around, all of them wearing Emperor t-shirts. Awesome, amazing, really, really cool layout. So you got 2 records in this and it's on a gatefold. It came on this like fire yellow. It didn't have like any orange marbled in there or anything, nothing too like complicated. Really, really nice layout, really awesome record. I'm really happy to have this. It has 15 tracks in total, so that's pretty mental. I'm really, really excited to listen through this. Emperor are like one of my favorite black metal bands. I'm sure everyone appreciates that. Like they just have this total weird and unique sound that no one else has within black metal. And I'm really happy that I managed to get this record. So yeah, I think that one was $17.99. That's insanely cheap for that record. Limited edition color vinyl for $17.99. And remember, this is euros, so wherever you are, you have to work that out, whether it's dollars or pounds or whatever, or crowns. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just a really quick one. I really was like having the urge to do a video. I haven't been doing them for ages. I'm gonna go on holiday real soon. I'm going to Barcelona. It's my birthday tomorrow, but I've actually moved it this year. I've moved my birthday from the 18th to the 19th because our flight got cancelled and I don't want to be traveling on my birthday even though I have to. So I'm moving it from the 18th to the 19th. So if you want to send me any messages or presents, send them on the 19th this year. Nice one, cool. See you in a bit. Cheers for watching. Smash that little thing down there. Cheers.